So hello, this is track number 3, currently named RVE Possible at the moment. The kind of backstory behind that is the old EP in between Plastic and this one was going to be called RVE, which has a meaning that I forgot. But yeah, never ended up getting made. But this track was meant to be on the EP, which I've kind of ported over to here. So throughout this project, the first 2 tracks, which I've already shown you, are new stuff that I've been working on over the past 4 weeks quite extensively. But these final 2 are actually older tracks, which I'm quite excited to show you. So yeah, I'll jump straight into it. This first section here, I've bounced all of these out as this one audio file just to put a high cut. Now I realise I probably shouldn't have done that and I could have done it individually, so I'll probably go back and change that, but yeah. So yeah, definitely not the final track, but as a demo to send to Jack, I'm more than happy with it, 100%. So yeah, I'll start getting into it. I'm pretty sure this is identical. I won't check now, but it's identical to the BPM of Hello, which I guess it works coming straight after the track. I could have probably switched it up a bit. So yeah, 84 in 4/4 as the rest of my tracks are. Keep it simple, work with what I know. Yeah, let's go. In regards to mixing, I think these ones are the drum tracks, so I'll go into these. So yeah, starting with the kick, quite an extreme EQ, as once again this is a really old track. So yeah, a high cut, put at like 200 frequency. So really trying to bring the boom out in the kick. But I may, in the future expand that or keep it as it is, because technicalities don't matter. It's the sound essentially. So yeah, got a compressor here as well. Nothing too harsh, I believe. Oh no, very harsh. Yeah, extremely harsh compression right there, and some distortion as well. Trying to bring out the drive of the kick and some space designer. Not adding too much, just kind of adding it to taste, I guess. I think with the kick generally, just because it's a lower frequency, including a bass as well, you want to add, a reverb, but not as much as some of the higher frequencies, because, it can create a bit of an ugly sound sometimes. But I found adding a lower level of reverb can just help it fit in better with the track. So I've tried that. Yeah, going on to these hats. I've also found it's quite hard to sequence hats at the stage I'm at, which is going to be something I work on, I guess, in the future as I go on to university. So for now I'm just using these hi-hat loops. Ooh. Which I've paused at certain times to give it a groove. You don't want it playing all the way throughout, because you want to give it some bounce, some rhythm. So I've done that to taste. And a snare. Hell of a lot of space designers for some reason. Sorry, it was a while when I made this, and some channel EQ. Just bringing out some of these mid highs while also reducing these higher highs, like the sparkle right at the top, and of course compressor, like a lot of the other audio clips. Yeah, I think for the most part the compressor serves to literally squash the sound, or at least squash the sound of all the drums, which is then allowed me to format them all together, allow them to fit within the space of the track, and not create too many peaks, which is what I've kind of done. So yeah, go on to the instrumental. So yeah, space designer on the main synth sound. just adding some reverb and some channel EQ as well. I've cut the lower frequencies just to make sure it doesn't clash with the bass too much. Of course, having clashing frequencies between the two can cause some like dissonance and just some I think muddiness they call it. So I've made sure to remove a lot of low end there. And yeah, I mean, other than that, there isn't really too much to it. I think the main element of this track, which I'll try and keep with Jack, when Jack works on it in 2 weeks with me, is the bass. Like most tracks, they'll have like a, every single, don't know how to explain it really. You got to have like a certain factor to your track, like something that makes it stand out. Not in the way that you want to be doing something new and fancy every time, but like something small that makes it your own. So in this track, I guess it's the bass, which I've added like a arpeggiator onto, 16th note repeating, and I've made sure to, alternate the hits. So every 2 hits, it's like a higher hit, and on the 1st and 7th note, it plays all the notes at once, which kind of gives it a bit more punch and rhythm, I guess. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it's pretty much the whole track. Oh yeah, last bit, there's a synth riser that goes right into the main bit of the track, stock Logic sounds, as you can see down there. And all it really does is make sure it doesn't jump straight from, like a quieter part of the track to something that like hits hard. It gives it a bit of a transformation and kind of eases into it a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, other than that, that's about it. Which I've said like 3 times now. Adaptive limiter. Final part. Turning the look ahead down. Making sure the out ceiling isn't quite at 0.0, which I'm sure you can do, but I've been taught to put it at 0.1 by Jack. And gain staging, turning the gain up. Just making sure the sound kind of flattens itself a bit. It kind of brings more loudness out of the track, which I finally understand now. And just makes it sound a bit more studio ready, I guess. So yeah, all in all, that is track 3.